Hello and welcome to Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader. Excuse me. I'm here today to do the mid-monthly reading for the sign of Virgo for October 2016. For those of you that are new, I do a 5-card spread using my Oceanic Tarot deck, which was created by Jane Wallace, and the illustrator is Jane Delaware Taylor. At the end of the 5-card reading, I pull one significator from my book of tarot, written by Bridget Reed, and illustrations by Colin Howard. Excuse me. Okay, so I'd like to say thank you first off before we start anything. Gratitude always comes first. Thank you to all my subscribers and any new would-be subscribers. And if you're new to YouTube and you haven't subscribed to Fundy Fortunes, subscriptions are free. Please just click the little red subscription button where it says subscribe underneath this video window. This is a general reading as well. It may or may not resonate with you on a personal level, but if you find you like the reading and you're interested, I do offer the service of private readings. That information is found below this video window as well in the description box. Please read through it carefully just once. It's just one little fat paragraph. Then you just send me off an email and we'll take it from there. Let's see here. I don't want to forget anything. I think that's about it for now. So, let's get on with the reading and get right into it. Why don't we? First card that I drew for you for your overall energy of this reading is the Eight of Swords, and it represents restrictions. This card, when it shows up, Virgo, it usually signifies a change in your work or your close relationships. Maybe for some of you, it's projects. This card often represents also as well relationships that are on a lockdown, stuck, not growing. Usually because one person is not free to commit, or they're bound by too much responsibility. Not free to commit does not necessarily mean that they're already involved in another relationship, and this is like, a triangle thing or something like that. This can just be from being too committed, not too committed, but committed to your job, committed to, for some I would say, I'm hearing elderly relatives, live-in caretaking, main caregiver for somebody in the family, because you go above and beyond the call of duty. This isn't a regular job as a caretaker per se. It is a family member, and you have been placed in charge and in trust of this person. Therefore, your free time is very, very limited. You manage to get out and about together at times, but it can't grow and flourish the way it should be because of time constraints. The advice of this card is to get practical. Get control of your own life and your future. Never mind what others think. Free yourself up by being less tolerant of others. That's really good advice. Free yourself up by being less tolerant of others. You don't need to put up with BS from other people. If people get in your face and they start taking, liberties on how you're living your life or the way you think or the way you act or what you're doing, it's none of their business. You are born into this world alone. You will die alone. Doesn't mean you have to live your life alone in between. You fill it up with other things, with life. But it's to your taking, to your liking. Tell other people to back the heck off. Better yet, avoid those people if you can. That's just toxic. Overbearing, controlling people that have no business and no right to tell you whether you're right or wrong in your thoughts or your feelings or choices in life. Keywords for this are separation, fear, burdens, lack of vision, being stuck, responsibility, and change. Change, I'm hearing you need to bring some new change into your life. Even the smallest minute changes will make a huge difference. They add a little bit more color, more lift in the color of your life, a little more vibrancy. Others may not notice it, but you will certainly notice it. That's your overall energy for the reading, Virgo. The second card that I pulled for you is in your finance and your wealth sector, Queen of Cups, and she's all about sensitivity. Okay, so when the Queen shows up, she's all about tuning into the nurturing side of ourselves, or in this case for you, Virgo. And right now, the way the energies are flowing for you right now, the card is saying that when it comes to making decisions, to allow your emotional side to come through just a little bit, the emotional side of you and your intelligence is right now, are your intelligence right now are your best guides. They won't steer you wrong. Use your intuition, use your gut feeling. Don't be afraid to let some emotionality come into the picture. This isn't about logic, where with logic it's just common sense. With emotionality removed, let the emotions come into play here. That's what the card is suggesting. Your keywords for this card are love, nurturing, generosity, protection, caring, and emotion. Again, we come back to this, that you may need change because you're being caregiver to somebody. Somebody else's life is holding you up to a certain point. Right now, if you do what you're supposed to be doing in reference to this situation, you can't go wrong. You'll be able to sleep at night. You'll say, I did all the right things. I did what was the right thing to do. Right now, emotions seem to be riding high in your energies, Virgo. So be generous, be nurturing, be caring, be openly loving towards your friends. Don't hold back at this time. Um, some may find Virgo a little bit, for some of the Virgos, some of your friends may find you to be a little self-restraint going on, because Virgos are very nervous people. Virgos don't like getting into embarrassing situations, what have you. So they hold back a little bit, and it's only self-preservation that makes them do that. I'm hearing self-protection. That's what it's all about. So on this day, on the next 2 weeks, through mid-October, try to put an extension through. There's your little change, to make a little change right there. Be more openly warm to your friends and the people in your life. A little more loving. Don't be afraid to show it. You won't be sorry for that. And they'll be deeply touched because they'll know what it took for you to do that. Little change, huge differences. When this card appears, she offers loyalty and creativity, and projects will thrive. Focus on your relationships with children and friends. Singles, some of you that are single are emotionally ready for new love to come into your life right now. I see some of you handing off cash to somebody else, and that's your way of showing that you're loving toward a friend. There'll be one friend there you're going to be passing some cash into. You're going to be sensitive to their needs, and you're going to be really wanting to help out. Isn't that wonderful? It's great. The third card in your reading right now is King of Pentacles, all about trust. It fell in your love, your heart, your romance sector. Now, this man here, sometimes he can come up as the U card, Virgo. But let's see what we got here. This is a man who is ambitious. He's trustworthy and protective. He commits to projects or relationships to the very, very end. That's what you call a good friend. A powerful business owner or a leader with hands-on attitude. This is somebody that's not afraid in their suit and tie to remove their suit jacket and loosen the tie, tuck it in somewhere, and roll their sleeves up and do the hands-on part of what they own and what you're working for. You may work alongside someone like this. This may be your boss. This may be just somebody that you know, but they're a real salt of the earth kind of person, despite the glamour on the outside. If this is you, the U card in the reading, this represents generosity and love. We're coming back to this again. Showing love to your friends and being generous. You see a need, that you fill it. You can relate to what somebody is going through right now. Share your gains with those that you love. The advice of this card for you, Virgo, is to protect what's yours while helping those on their way up the ladder. That's very generous of spirit. Keywords are money, protection, power, loyalty, stability, leadership, and commitment. Right now, tight as a drum. For some reason, just rolled into my head. Tight as a drum. Business tight as a drum. Relationship tight as a drum. For you, Virgo. Compassionate, outreaching, helping somebody else, boost them up, to bring them up where they need to be. You won't be sorry for it. Whoever you do this for, they'll super grateful. Loyalty and stability. You will be showing loyalty and stability, which isn't hard at all for Virgo. That's kind of what they're all about. If this is another person in your life, another person, you will show your loyalty in that you are accountable, that you are stable. It shows that when you make a commitment, you stick with it. You're not about to just drop the tools and walk away from the job. There's a lot of love in this card right here. There's a lot of love right around you right now, Virgo. You have a lot of love in your life. Again, we come back to this one and the first one again. Extend your love. It's fleeting at times. Be sure to share your love, your generosity, your aid to the people in your life. You are of value. Let that value come forward to those that matter. The Three of Swords and heartache is your challenges for the mid-month October, Virgo. When this card shows up, the keywords are heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal, loss, affairs of the heart, breakup, and tears. The advice of this card is to feel your pain and search the truth of the matter. This has happened for a reason. This is what they call a blessing in disguise. When this happens for some of you, this is general reading. It's not for everybody. This is also known as the heartbreak card of the tarot, but what it does, it brings a transient change so that you can process and heal from anything along these lines. The positive side of this 3 card is knowing exactly where you stand and you see the truth. 3 can also signify stress symptoms such as anxiety and fear. So for a few choice of you Virgos, somebody has been doing you wrong and you've kind of suspected it. I'm hearing that. And for maybe 1 or 2 of you, you were completely blinded and didn't suspect a thing and you thought everything was just hunky-dory. Everything was going along great. You thought the relationship was growing. It was growing all right. Right out the door with somebody else. The other person can't seem to pick between you and somebody else. When you find out about this for a few choice Virgos, it will be complete devastation for you. Allow yourself to feel the pain. Go into your shell. Lick your wounds. Love yourself. Even feel pity for yourself. Let your broken heart come through. Cry your tears. When you emerge from the shell, you'll emerge stronger and wiser. This has happened for a reason. Fate, kismet, karma, destiny has something else in store for you. You weren't in the right place with the right person at the right time. And that's what's wrong here. Don't judge yourself as well. I'm hearing don't judge yourself for what might have gone wrong in this relationship in this case. Because most times it takes 2. In this case, okay, so your part would have been not paying attention and to the signs that were there. But that's not a bad thing. It's not like you did anything wrong. You're not the one that's out having the affair and breaking hearts. Be kind to yourself. Your challenges are your message from Spirit. Was your challenges. Your message from Spirit is the 8 of Pentacles. This is all about achievement. And this falls into your message from Spirit. Some of you are going to be reaching achievements in the professional field of study. This is the card of the perfectionist. Small details are important. You take pride in your work and have high standards. And this attitude is now going to pay off for some of you. Your finances are going to improve, and that's only due to the very fact that you work very, very hard put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and made sacrifices to get to where you are right now. For those of you that are going into, this is mid-October, right? So we'll call midterms, okay, writing exams. You will be successful in this, and you'll be able to further your expertise. Some of you already have your career in place. I'm hearing some of you have gone back to upgrade your skills, and you have to do your monthly exams, your midterms, and all this. And right now, at this time, very, very successful. You made the right choice, going back and upgrading your skills. It makes you more highly employable as well. The advice of this card is you have the ability to earn more. Whatever you focus on brings success. Keywords are analysis, dedication, detail to work, commitment, money, education, and perfectionism. Don't drop the perfectionism. Keep your integrity when it comes to your standards of work and what you believe in. You're not to show off by any means, but show by example. There's a big difference there of your level of perfectionism, your level of commitment, your level of sacrifices that you go to improve yourself. These are short-term. I'm hearing short-term sacrifices for long-term gain, bigger picture stuff. All right. So, your significator is the Three of Cups from the deck of Tarot. This is your last card in this reading, Virgo. Cups are all about love and emotions, that kind of thing. The water signs, like Cancer, Pisces. All right, so I pulled my book, the Three of Cups. In the readings, the Three of Cups can signify a friendship. We'll go back to the beginning of your reading with that one. This card can represent community, the network of support created when we interact with others. There you go. The interacting with others is showing your love and affection for your friends. Where you normally wouldn't be that demonstrative. Told you. Now it's time to do that. It can be any group in which the members feel a bond. So we all feel a bond among our friends when you extend your love and your heart to your friends, and your compassion, and your aid, and your help. It creates a bond. Every move, every outreach in that way creates a stronger bond. The Three of Cups card stands for all forms of support, including formal aid, such as counseling and even other school services. I don't feel that for you in this reading right now. This is all about friends, about love, about friendship, about commitments, about self-improvement, about overcommitments and sacrifices. Sacrifices, Virgo, in the end, in the bigger picture, I should say, that when you make sacrifices, the payoff comes down the road. You don't make sacrifices for a payoff down the road. You don't go in with intentions when you make sacrifices, other than the act of sacrificing itself is very intense, driven. You don't look for payoff. I'm a big person on that. If you see a friend in need, somebody going through a hard time, there's nothing wrong with hugging them, telling them how you feel about them. You feel one of your friends going through a financial struggle of some kind. Maybe they're out of work at the moment. Maybe just this once you can extend a hand of help to them as well. It'll mean the world to them. It'll never be forgotten. But you're doing it out of the love of your heart and out of your own compassion and your own empathy when you do these things. You're not saying, well, I think I'm going to do that because down the road that'll come back on me tenfold. I'll get this back in 10 times over. So Virgos aren't really like that anyway, but I just thought I'd throw that in there for you. Anyway, Virgo, this was your reading for mid-month October. I hope you enjoyed it. And I thank you very, very, very much for coming by and spending a bit of time with me. So for now, if you haven't subscribed, please do. That way you won't miss the, I hate saying the word, because I don't like that month at all, but November. Next readings are for the monthlies for November. I don't like November. It's a very depressing month. Who knows, maybe life will surprise me and color it up a bit for me, and it won't be so dreaded. But anyways, if you subscribe, you will not miss the next monthly readings for November, Virgo. So until then, please enjoy the rest of your month and enjoy your friends and your family. Be dedicated. Small sacrifices will pay off big in the bigger picture down the road. Always remember the bigger picture, right? All right. Until then, until November, I wish you the very, very best from my heart to yours. Have a great mid-month October. Goodbye.